Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. We got tons to cover. Yeah, I'm going to get situated here in my seat here. Yeah, we got tons to cover. But I want to begin with these sex scandals. And look, I know. Let me just give you what we're going to cover, so everybody's aware. And they're like, well, Kevin, are you just going to cover this sex stuff? No. First of all, let me give you a little bit of an idea of perspective, because this is what most people were talking about over the weekend with me. And I'd gone to a gun show with some friends of mine, law enforcement guys, and we were talking about this, and they said, you know what really makes me mad, Kevin? This story with Flynn has taken everything out of the news cycle. And all the stuff, the sex scandals and all that the Democrats are going through. I said, don't worry about it. And I said, it'll all come back. It's only temporary. And I explained this to him. I said, here's what happens. I don't know if you guys really know this, so let me give you a little inside baseball. So the Democrats, they take all these different things that are brewing. They got the list. They got Franken under fire. And let me just go ahead and tell you, Al Franken is he's protected. And it's because the Democrats have a racist system out there that says we can go after this Latino guy. There's a new guy that Nancy Pelosi just attacked. I don't know if you guys saw this. He's a Hispanic man. She also, after calling John Conyers an icon, she then attacked him and said he needs to resign. But you'll never hear her say Franken should resign. And here's why. The Democrats have stacked the deck to where it doesn't matter whether this Latino guy goes, including this other guy, Grijalva. It doesn't matter if John Conyers leaves. All they're going to do is stick another Latino or another black in their place. That's a Democrat that will be worse than the person that they are replacing. And it's business as usual. Democrats are going to win those districts. But Al Franken, he would lose. That seat would go to a Republican because Al Franken's already cheated his way in, and the Republican conceded and he could have won. But it will not go to a Democrat. So Al Franken's got to serve it out. He's got to ride it out. That's why you don't hear Democrats asking for Al Franken to resign. Just FYI. So anyway, that's one of the things. But I was explaining how this all works, this inside politics works. So here's what you have. You have the left who know they are in big trouble. You had Mueller. I wrote a piece about him the other day that said Mueller better do something quick or he's going to be under fire because he should have recused himself. He knows he's embroiled in the very mess that he's investigating. So Mueller knows this, so that's brewing. The left know this, that's brewing, and that they've got nothing on Donald Trump. But they like the specter of it all. Remember when Keith Olbermann gave up his job because he says, my job is done. I can now go off and live my life. And so the idea was Donald Trump will be arrested or impeached or asked to leave or whatever. And so he claims his job is done. They want to build a narrative. But here's the deal. They count their scandals. They got Hillary Clinton on the ropes. It's now been determined that Bill Clinton set up the ambush of Loretta Lynch on the tarmac. So you got this white racist former president, Democrat, who ambushes the black attorney general, and we'll go more into the story. That's what's being released on this. He wanted to get that meeting with her because it was going to put her in a tough spot. Does she say it? Does she not say it? And he bet on the idea that she wouldn't say it, and she wouldn't have. The only way that meeting we even knew about it was because of a Hispanic dude, a reporter, or somebody who was tipped off by a grounds crewman who said, this is weird. I saw Bill Clinton going to meet this jet, and the reporter's like, what? And he goes and finds out that Loretta Lynch and Bill Clinton have this meeting. So you have that. But back to what I was going to say, because you guys are going, when's he going to get to the point, Kevin? Well, the point is this. When the Democrats know that there's too much going on, they manipulate the news cycle. That's what Barack Obama did. During his campaign, when McCain looked like he might win, Barack Obama and the left, they made the news cycle about the financial markets. So what they did is they made a few phone calls. The market crashed. Now, it didn't crash by accident. Some big money people took their money out, crashed it. McCain had said, well, the stock market's doing great. We're doing great in the economy. And next thing you know, boom, the media cycle changed. McCain was looked at as, he doesn't even know anything about the economics. But here's Barack Obama predicting we're not doing well. And there's McCain saying we are. And then the market crashes. But that's what they do. They hold this stuff. And for the record, they have scapegoats at the ready. If you don't believe, I know people think I'm kidding. The Democrats already have a list of names of people who they will feed to the media. The minute that these stories start to break against them, well, that's Susan Rice. We were telling you about her. And they'll start leaking information about a person. You can tell. But what they'll do is they'll change the media. And that's what they did. So in this particular case, they said to Mueller, look, your butt's on the line. You better do something. So Mueller says, well, this is all I got. I got Flynn. So Flynn goes out and he says what he says. Then you get this other guy, the media guy who gets fired for white privilege. Fired is what I called it, because he didn't get fired. He got put on probation for 4 weeks. So he comes out and says, there's proof that Flynn said this when Donald Trump was a candidate. And he's like, everybody's like, oh my gosh, smoking gun. And we'll get more into this story because I want to play a clip from The View on this. But anyway, so the cycle moves away. But here's what it is. It's going to come back. And it's just this quick subterfuge because they got to get us off of talking about racist Democrats and why they won't attack Al Franken. The industry of sexual predation by the left, it's an industry. Whether it's Hollywood, whether it's academia, whether it's companies they own, it doesn't matter. They make an industry of it. And I love these sex scandals. I love the drip of them. And I love knowing that more will come. There are more sexual predators who are leftist men than in this country than anywhere on the planet. And they are this way because they've been emasculated by the so-called women of the left, and they feel the need to get even. And you look at the psychology of mommy dearest type sons, the boys who grow up to be serial killers, and the daughters who grow up to be child abusers. That's who they had. They had bad parenting. And I'm telling you, the guys who grow up hating women, it's because their mothers were so overbearing. They wouldn't allow the man of the house to be the man of the house, and so on and so forth. Mark Simone tweeted this. Now, I think this is interesting, and that's why I love the drip. After correctly predicting Charlie Rose and Matt Lauer, everyone keeps asking me who's next. Let's just say a very liberal late-night comedian talk show host. Hint, he's not on every night. Now, I was thinking about this, trying to figure out who's not on every night. Well, there's John Oliver. He's not on every night. And he's a big-time leftist. He's a Brit. And I don't even know if he's a citizen now, but who knows? But somebody else is going to take the fall, and we're going to get the drip. And don't think that it's gone, folks. This is not over. And neither is this show. Hang in there.
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.